Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're decoding the biology of constant hunger. We're going to break down the true underlying biological reasons why you might feel hungry literally all the time. If you've been battling your appetite, well, get ready because we're about to completely reframe how you view your own body's signals. We're diving deep into the source material to uncover why feeling constantly hungry isn't actually always about eating too little.
Seriously, have you ever finished a full, totally satisfying meal, pushed your plate away, and then felt genuinely hungry again just an hour later? It is so incredibly frustrating. You might immediately blame yourself, wondering why other people can just push their plates away and feel totally fine, while you're sitting there constantly thinking about your next snack.
To really understand this, let's meet Michael. Every morning, Michael kicks off his day with a large coffee and a sweet pastry. But around 10 o'clock, bam, he's hungry again, so he grabs a snack. By lunchtime, he is absolutely starving. He eats a huge meal, feels super lethargic right after, and by mid-afternoon, he's already rummaging around for chips or cookies. Then at night, staring at the ceiling, he just feels guilty, promising himself he'll do better tomorrow. He firmly believes he just lacks discipline.
Section 1. The myth of willpower. Look, I want to absolve you of that guilt right now. Michael's brain, and yours, is sending powerful biological signals that are practically forcing him to eat.
Section 2. Meet your hunger hormones. To figure out what's driving these signals, we really need to look at the actual biological machinery inside us. It's a highly complex internal chemical system.
Basically, two essential hormones run this whole show. First up, we have ghrelin, which is widely known as the hunger hormone. Its entire job is to tell your brain, hey, time to eat. On the flip side is leptin, the fullness hormone, which signals, okay, we've had enough, you can stop now. Now, when these two are working properly, your appetite remains perfectly balanced. But, as we'll see, modern life has a really sneaky way of throwing them completely out of sync.
Section 3. Modern lifestyle hunger traps. This answers the really critical question, why is this happening to me? Well, our normal everyday routines are actually actively hijacking these delicate hunger hormones.
5 or 6. That is the number of hours of sleep a lot of people get on a typical night. But when you sleep this little, your ghrelin levels, that hunger signal, shoot up, while your leptin levels, the fullness signal, take a nosedive. In plain English, your brain starts actively seeking out quick, easy energy the very next day. This is exactly why you inexplicably crave donuts or pizza or chips after a restless night. It's no coincidence, it's literally your hormones screaming for energy.
But sleep isn't the only trap here. We also have cortisol. This is the infamous stress hormone that gets released when you're feeling overwhelmed by work, finances, or just life in general. When cortisol stays elevated for long periods, your appetite just shoots right up. Your brain starts associating calorie-dense comfort foods with a temporary, quick relief from that stress. Unfortunately, that relief fades incredibly fast, but the hunger, that returns, and often it comes back even stronger than before.
Section 4. The fake hunger cycle. This is where the biology gets truly fascinating and, honestly, a little shocking. Because sometimes the very foods you eat, especially those marketed as diet foods, low-fat snacks, or sugary cereals, are literally engineered to create more hunger.
It basically triggers a massive biological roller coaster. First, you eat some rapidly digested sugary foods, which causes your blood sugar and insulin to rapidly spike. But what goes up must come down, right? So you get this severe crash. Crucially, your brain interprets that sudden blood sugar crash as an urgent, immediate need for energy. It feels exactly like genuine hunger, but it's completely fake. A cycle created entirely by the fast-digesting foods you just ate.
And that brings us to ultra-processed foods versus whole foods. Think of it like trying to fuel a sports car with really poor quality gasoline. I mean, the tank might technically be full of calories, but the engine's performance is going to severely suffer. Your body doesn't just want empty calories, it is desperate for nutrients. We're talking vitamins, minerals, amino acids. If you down thousands of calories of ultra-processed food but completely lack those essential nutrients, your body is just going to keep the appetite signals turned firmly on, demanding what it actually needs.
Now here's another incredibly common trap: dehydration. You see, your brain actually uses the exact same area to process thirst and hunger, which means it very often confuses the two. Just a mild level of dehydration can create sensations that feel exactly like true hunger. So here's a rapid, highly practical test for you. The next time unexpected hunger strikes out of nowhere, drink a large glass of water and wait 15 minutes. You might be totally stunned to see that urge to eat completely fade away.
We also definitely have to talk about liquid calories, because they are a massive hidden factor here. Sodas, sweetened coffees, energy drinks, juices. You can consume literally hundreds of calories in seconds, but your body simply does not register liquid calories the same way it does solid foods. They just slide right through without ever triggering those crucial fullness signals we talked about earlier. So they contribute heavily to ongoing hunger and overeating.
Then there's the behavioral side of things, like the 10-minute lunch. If you're eating incredibly fast, maybe while you're distracted by emails or just scrolling on your phone, your stomach fills up super rapidly. But those fullness signals, they take actual time to travel to and be processed by the brain. By the time your brain finally receives the message that you are full, well, you've likely already consumed way more food than you actually needed.
And down at the micro level, there are trillions of microorganisms living right inside your digestive system. Science is now showing that these microbes communicate directly with your brain. A diet rich in minimally processed whole foods, like fiber and legumes, supports a much healthier gut environment. And guess what? A healthier gut actively helps improve your overall appetite control.
Section 5. How to regain control. The absolute most empowering takeaway from this explainer is that you don't need to suffer through extreme, restrictive diets to put your biology back in sync. You really just need to understand it.
You can literally make highly accessible lifestyle adjustments starting today. Prioritize protein, like eggs, Greek yogurt, or lentils, at every single meal, and increase your fiber intake. This is absolutely crucial because it slows down digestion and drastically promotes satisfaction. Pair this with building consistent sleep schedules, finding healthy ways to manage your stress to lower that cortisol, hydrating constantly, and just eating a bit more slowly to give your brain the time it needs to register fullness.
So the real crucial point here is this: focus on your meal composition. Working with your biology means building balanced meals packed with protein, healthy fats, and fiber. That is what provides lasting satiety. If you try to fight against your body by just aggressively counting and restricting calories without ever changing the quality of what you eat, your evolutionary biology is eventually going to win and you are just going to feel miserable.
I really want to end with this powerful quote right from the source material. The solution to constant hunger was never about eating less. It was about understanding more. Small daily habits can dramatically influence your appetite, so stop blaming yourself, totally absolve yourself of the guilt, and start listening to the biological signals your body's actually sending you. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. The next time you feel a crazy craving coming on, ask yourself, is your body actually starving, or has it just been tricked by the modern world?